Hey everyone, Eileen Rivera here for TWiT.tv and All About Android. And speaking of droids, I have the new Droid 3. Now the Droid 2 came out, I don't know, about a little less than a year ago, and all of a sudden we have the Droid 3, which I think is a pretty snazzy phone. Now you guys out there who follow All About Android know that I'm not a big QWERTY keyboard fan, but that is actually the biggest selling point of this phone. And look at this. They've actually taken the numbers away from the main keyboard, so now you don't have to do the darn Alt key anymore. And it also feels really good in the hand. It's really easy to type and type fast with it. So now on with the rest of it. 4-point-inch screen. This actually has dual core technology, and that makes a big difference because this isn't 4G LTE that Verizon has been, kind of advertising all over the place as a big deal, which it is. But it doesn't really matter because the browsing experience, the experience on the phone is still really, really fast. Now, as you can see here, I'm going to just kind of scroll through back and forth. I'm going to launch a browser here. Pretty fast. That was really, really fast. And I honestly, I don't really care too much about the, or I'm not offended, I should say, by Moto Blur. I'm actually okay with it. And you can, of course, root your phone if you really want to get rid of it. But overall, I think the phone is really snappy. I think even some of the bloatware apps like Amazon, Amazon Kindle is one of them, and Blockbuster doesn't really faze me. The camera is a really big deal for me when choosing a phone. Now I have to say, 8-megapixel camera on the back here, 1080p recording. Quality is not, for cameras, isn't really Motorola's strong suit, which that's okay. It's decent, but it's not great. If I were a person who really relies on photography, I probably wouldn't get this phone. Now, one thing missing on the phone that was on past Droid phones is the camera button. You're gonna actually, when you take a photo, you're gonna have to actually use the camera button on the screen, which is a little bit different, and some people may not like that. Phone call quality is great. I didn't mind listening to music on it or using the speakers. Everything sounds really good. Battery life is okay. Typical battery life for a Droid phone. On standby, I would say 8-9 hours. It's actually pretty decent. And it doesn't really drain that fast, and it charges pretty fast too. So that's another plus. All right, the Droid 3 is running Gingerbread 2.3.4, and also there was a system update recently which I did put on this phone, which allows the phone to actually finally do video chat with Google Talk. All right, overall I'd say if you want a QWERTY keyboard, then buy it. But if not, if you want a 4G phone with absolutely blazing speeds, you might want to hold off for another phone. Maybe the Droid Bionic that my compadre Jason Howell reviewed on All About Android. TWiT.tv/AAA. That's it for me. Thank you very much, Eileen Rivera for TWiT.tv. Bye. Quiet on the set. Hello everybody, and welcome to Phone Talk with Eileen Rivera from TWiT.tv and All About Android. Today I've got a really good phone call. Well, forget it. Oh, can I have a glass of water? I love you, Leo. Yeah. Johnson,
Is this a Droid Bionic?
It's the Droid 3, actually.
The Droid 3,
The
huh?
Droid Bionic failed on us.
Yeah, that's right. It crashed. Well, I happen to have in my hands the fabulous Sprint Evo 4G Touch.
Oh.
Let's compare.
Oh, I'm shooting video.
Well, okay. Should I do it in normal bit rate? Okay.
Okay. Oh, did you hear that?
Stop moving. I can't compose.
That's a wrap.